This will be the best opportunity we will get in a long time. Bitcoin is sitting at a major level of support while we are testing the 50 weekly moving average, and whales are starting to buy like crazy again. We have been reaching extreme levels of fear and I've been entering my position. So we'll be talking about that exactly and much more in today's updated video. So as always, let's get started with that shorter time frame. And in that shorter time frame, obviously, Bitcoin is breaking back to the downside again. We've been reaching back to the 50 weekly moving average like we have been expecting. And yes, on the 4-hourly candles, we can start to have a look into a new range again after Bitcoin has initiated another move to the downside. Now, obviously, right now we are trading inside of a weekend, so some sideways consolidation inside of this range wouldn't be all too surprising. Now, yes, these previous lows have right now been getting retested as resistance now, and this is really going to be the level we want to be breaking back above, because then we might start to have a look into a reaccumulation at major lows, and then I definitely do think Bitcoin can be pushing up some higher again. So we need to be breaking back above the 104k level, which is going to be the most important level for Bitcoin to break above. If we cannot, and if we fail to break back above this level, well, I have a harsh time in believing that Bitcoin can be reaching some new highs again, like I've outlined right over here. Because yes, I do, first of all, think that Bitcoin can be seeing a significant bounce from off this level, but we first of all just need to be breaking above that 104k level. Now, yes, I do think that this bounce to the upside is going to be more likely because Bitcoin, first of all, is reaching a previous massive level of support, again, reaching it as support. These ultimate lows are getting retested again, and we have been grabbing the liquidity below these previous lows over here, and this is looking like a typical good setup and a good opportunity in the market, especially since we are testing that 50 weekly moving average now, and every single time we have been testing the 50 weekly moving average, we've always seen a significant bounce and we have always seen a good period of accumulation. Now, maybe possibly this time around is going to be a little bit different because potentially we might be starting to break into a bear market, but even if we are going to be entering a bear market, well, historically speaking, we can still be seeing a bit of a complacency bounce. And in 2017, we have been seeing a 50% move up to the upside. And in 2021, we've been seeing a 20% move up to the upside after that complacency bounce. So even in the worst case scenario, we can still see a very nice push to the upside back to the bull and bear market support band, which is going to be at least about a 10% move back to the upside. So worst case scenario wouldn't be that bad, would still mean we're going to be seeing this quite a nice of a bounce back to the upside, back about 110 to 113k level, which I am going to be eyeing and which I'm going to be targeting myself. Now, on top of that, Bitcoin has been creating these 3 lows again right over here from the same exact level of support. That is looking pretty interesting, looking pretty good in my personal opinion. Let's see if we can indeed see this bounce back to the upside. We have been hitting extreme levels of fear, which is generally always the time you want to be accumulating. You want to be accumulating levels of fear, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit of a bounce from off this level, get everyone excited again, get everyone bullish again, and then see that push to the upside, then see that roll over into a bear market, okay? Get everybody greedy again at these highs, and then just see a lower high being created, roll over into a bear market. I mean, yes, if we're going to be seeing a push to the upside, we will need to reevaluate later whether we're still can be potentially having a look into new highs or if we're going to be rolling over. But we are going to be reevaluating that later. Right now, I do think that this bounce is going to be pretty likely. On top of that, we can, of course, see that extreme fear has been hitting the markets, and the average spot order size has been hitting big whale orders again. So big whales are accumulating Bitcoin again during this dip while we are hitting the 50 weekly moving average, while we are hitting massive levels of support, while we are seeing extreme fear. So this is indicating something very good in my personal opinion. I definitely do think that in the coming month or so, we can at least be seeing a pretty nice bounce from off this level, which again, I am eyeing for. Now, if you're going to be getting interested in trading yourself, you can claim a free $30 bonus by literally only signing up a new account over on 2bit with that second link down below. So make sure to be checking out that second link down below. You can see it over here. Grab a welcome bonus, register and receive a special $30 tether bonus only by signing up and registering with my link. On top of that, you can be claiming some more bonuses, like a 20% rebate. If you deposit 1K, you're going to be getting a free $200 where you can be opening up some free trades with. And also, if you're going to be trading a little bit, you can be claiming rewards up to a Porsche. So that's very nice. Make sure to check it out with that link down below. 2bit is a great exchange. I'll also be placing some trades on there in the future, so make sure to be checking that one out. Right now, I am in these trades on Bitcoin over on WeX. Because yeah, I do think that we can be seeing a pretty nice bounce right here in a shorter time frame, and then of course maybe potentially roll over. But again, we need to reevaluate that later. Right now, I'm just eyeing this bounce to the upside again. Okay, so that is what I'm eyeing myself in a shorter time frame. However, keep in mind that in that longer time frame, I am getting very worried. And I mean, some people do not understand this. I have been explaining this already in the last few weeks, right? In a longer time frame, I've been getting quite bearish. You can also see it exactly at the top. Yeah, here. The big resistance coming up, the catch-up trade, Bitcoin target hit, pay attention now, don't get trapped right in the thumbnail. So I've already been mentioning this for a long time, that in a longer time frame, I'm getting very cautious. We have been hitting that second Fibonacci level of resistance. We have been hitting my bull market target level of resistance. We have been breaking down of this exponential downtrend. We have been hitting the end stage of the 4-year cycle again, and we are getting many warning signals, right? We are not breaking down below the 50 weekly moving average yet, but for example, when we have a look into the stock market pair, instead of the US dollar pair, have a look into the stock market pair, we are already breaking down below it, just like we did in all of our previous starts of the bear market. So yeah, this is already a sign of worry. On top of that, we can see a bearish divergence, a double bearish divergence. The DXY is breaking back to the upside. We can be seeing that 4-year cycle peak, weakening momentum, which we can be seeing. And the on-chain indicators have also been suggesting a peak and have already been overheated, have already been seeing fading demand, and are looking pretty bad in my personal opinion. So yeah, in that longer time frame, I'm getting very cautious. This is what I want you to understand, because yeah, in that shorter time frame, I might still be expecting a bit more of a bounce, and I would still rather be a bit more bullish, because I do think we can at the very least see a bit of a complacency bounce. But in that longer time frame, I'm getting more and more worried as the days go by. The only thing which is still remaining to keep me a bit hopeful and a bit optimistic is that we're still trading above the 50 weekly moving average. And as long as we still trade above the 50 weekly moving average, we should still technically be bullish, because the trend is your friend until it ends. And this is the key bull market trend indicator. As long as you trade above the 50 weekly moving average, you're trading in a bull market. If you trade below the 50 weekly moving average, then you trade in a bear market. Okay, so as long as we still technically trade above the 50 weekly moving average, we should still be bullish. Okay, so that is what I'm thinking about the markets now. Yes, in a shorter time frame, I am still bullish, I am still hopeful, I'm still optimistic, but in a longer time frame, I am very aware of all of the bearish signals right now going on. Now, if you want to be up to date about what I'm doing in absolute real time, with my trades, with my holding positions, etc., make sure to join the Platinum group with the first link down below. You will need an account over on Weeks, which you can check out with the third link down below. Also, some great deposit bonuses over there. So make sure to be checking it out. Make sure to check out all of the bonuses over on 2bit. join the Platinum group, and then you'll be staying up to date about everything in absolute real time. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the inside. Check out all of the links. And guys, with that being said, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.